Caterina de' Medici, who was born in Florence in 1519, betrothed on the second son of French King Francesco I. They get married at the tender age of 14 in Paris. She leaves 2 months before the wedding with jewels and personal goods, but they mainly took with her cooks, pastry chefs and ice cream making because she loved food and eating very, very well. Even though her young Caterina is an extremely refined and very cultured person, and she loved very much organizing gorgeous banquets. Caterina introduced the French court the new foods and new flavors that are especially appreciated by this husband, the King of France.
Let's enter in the world Rinascimental recipe, Carabaccia, onion soup, the famous soup d'oignon of French. Was introduced by Caterina in French and right now, nowadays, is calling the soup d'oignon. Was one of the favorite recipe of Leonardo. He was choosing this vegetarian recipe when he was in some feast or banquets. Another important thing about Carabaccia, that is the name is coming from Carabos, that is the recipient where we serve soups. Zuppa Carabaccia onion soup. The ingredients are, of course, onion that we already soaked for 24 hours in vinegar and water. I will use some spice to give some Rinascimental taste. For example, they like it very much cinnamon and also some curry. And then also we have, of course, vinegar, olive oil, and this is we have the vegetable for the broth that we are going to prepare now. Vegetable broth. Here are the ingredients: carrots, onions, celery and parsley. Let's begin with the broth. Half an hour, bring to boil, and then we are ready to use. Now we start to cut our onions that we already marinated, remember, for 24 hours in vinegar. So we just cut, okay? We make a safe flame, and then we divide in two, and we cut thin half moon. Okay. After that, we take some olive oil. Okay. Some spice, some big piece of cinnamon, some curry, some kernel of vinegar, and we start to put our onions over here. Our Carabaccia is on the fire. I just add a little bit of salt and pepper to make sweet and take all the taste of the onions, and then I add some vegetable broth to be sure that it will not burn. Carabaccia, it's very important that the soup is simmering very, very slow. We are going to serve now the Carabaccia, okay? We start with a little bit of Carabaccia in the middle, okay? Then we set up the bread, okay, the toasted bread, and we finish with Carabaccia. Okay, nicely, you know, it's a beautiful gold color. Okay, a little bit of broth, and then in the end, to serve, we put parmesan, and a little bit of decoration of onions, of course. Carabaccia is ready.
The Renaissance food.
So tasty, so nice, so simple. Only for you. Thank you very much.
Ciao a tutti!